Okay, we'll start.
Okay.
Vinayaka namastubhyam satatam modaka priya nirvignam kuru no deva sarvakaryeshu sarvada saraswati namastubhyam varade kamarupini vidyarambham karishyamaha siddhir bhavatu no sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane Apadama Pahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sītāyah Pataye Namaha Shri Raghavam Dasharathatmajam Aprameyam Sītāpatim Raghukulan Vayaratnadipam Ajanubahum Aravinda Dalayataksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami Shri Raghurama Charu Tulasi Daladhama Shamakshama Adishangara Gunabhirama Trijagannuta Shaurya Ramalalama Durvaru Kabandha Rakshasa Virama Jagajjana Kalmasharnavottaraka Nama Bhadragiri Dasharathi Karunapayonidhi Anjaneya Matipatalanam Kanchanadrika Maniya Vigraham Parijata Tarumula Vasinam Bhavayami Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritamastakanjalim Bashpavari Paripurnalochanam Marutim Namatarakshasantakam Buddhirbalam Yashodhairyam Nirbhayatvamarogata Ajadyam Vakpatutvancha Hanumatsmaranad Bhavet Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam. Not this. Close the other window. Shrimatam, just give me another minute. Oh, why is it so slow? So we were in Panchama Sarga, fifth Sarga, right? Till where did we do last time? I remember, anyone remembers?
Saptadashama shloka.
Saptadasham shloka. So Rāma bhavanam prapya pandurabhra ghana prabham kaksham
Agrima prushte nisvanaha iti
so Saraja bhavana prakhyat tasmat Rama nivedanat nirgatya dadrushe margam vaśiṣṭho janasamrutam vruddha vrundair ayodhyāyam rājamargā samantatah babhūvurabhi sambādhāh kutuhala janair vrutah. So all the roads were full of kutuhala jana, eager people eagerly waiting. Janavrindormi sangharsha harshasvana harsasvanam vritastada upavāsa sagarasyeva nisvanaha. So we saw that urmi, janavrinda urmi, sangharsha harsha svana vritaha tada. So as if there is urmi, waves of people, and that each wave hitting each other another, sangharsha harsha vritaha. It was surrounded with all these waves of people eagerly waiting for them. With them, yauva-rājyābhiṣekam sagarasya iva nisvanaha. The sound on those highways, Rajamarga, royal highways, it seemed like the simile given was sagarasya nisvanaha, like the sound of the sea with those waves. So we'll start from 18th. Sītā samrashṭarathyahi.
Sītā samrashṭarathyahi.
Tathāca vanamalini.
Tathāca vanamalini.
Āsīd ayodhyā tadaha.
Āsīd ayodhyā tadaha.
Samrucchidrata no samuchrita samuchrita grihadhvaja.
Samruchrita grihadhvaja.
So Sītā samrashṭarathyaha. The rathyaha means the paths of where rathas go. That means highways, autobahns, as they say in Europe. So on those highways, autobahns, Sītā samrashṭam, they were all wetted well. So that if you see most of the good movies also, if they want to show beautiful roads, they will wet them and put the camera very low so that you will see the reflections on that wet roads. So wet roads always give beauty. Sītā samrashṭarathyahi tathāca vanamalini. Also the along, it's like boulevard. So there are trees also, vanamalini, nice garden like trees and creepers, etc. Āsīd ayodhyā samrucchita grihadhvaja. So Ayodhya seemed to be like, or was like, tad ahaha, that day. That day Ayodhya seemed like samuchrita grihadhvaja. All homes seemed like had tall, not seemed like, had. Every home in Ayodhya had uchrita griha dhvajaha. Utchrita. The dhvajas were standing very high. Shrita means standing or taking shelter of. Shrayam, ashrayam. Ashrayam svikritaha, shritaha, ut shritaha. So the dhvajas took very high place on every house. So that means people were gladly hoisting flags on every house that day, that morning. Tadahyarayodhya nilayah.
Tadahyayodhya nilayah.
Sasri balakulo janah.
Sasri balakulo janah.
Rāma-bhiṣekam kshanah. Rāma-bhiṣekam kaṅkshat.
Rāma-bhiṣekam kaṅkshat.
Nākaṅkṣānnudayam ravehe.
Nākaṅkṣānnudayam ravehe.
So tadahi ayodhya nilayah sasri balakulo janah. Then Ayodhya was full of, along with stri bala akulaha janaha. With women, children, normally women and children don't come out, but that day with all children and women also, akulaha janaha. Akulaha means eager. Oh, what's happened? Anxious. When is Rama going to come? When are we going to see? When is going to be the live telecast? Like that, with those anxiety, it's called akulaha. So stri balakula janaha. Rāma-bhiṣekam akaṅkshat. Akaṅkshat means because of the akanksha, because of the anxiety, because of the eagerness to witness the Rāma-bhiṣekam. Rāma-bhiṣekam akaṅkshat na akaṅkshat udayam ravehe. Nobody looked for the sunrise, meaning nobody waited for sunrise. Normally people don't come out before sunrise, right? Unless they have to leave for an early morning flight, like we come from India. Otherwise, people generally rise around sunrise time and start walking out for their works. But here, Rāma-bhiṣekam akaṅkshat, because they were so eagerly waiting for Rama's abhisheka, they didn't care for ravehe udayam na akaṅkshat. They didn't seek or they didn't wait for the sun's rise. Prajalankara bhutancha.
Prajalankara bhutancha.
Janasyanandavardhanam.
Janasyanandavardhanam.
Utsuko bhujano drashtum.
Utsuko bhujano drashtum.
Tamayodhyā mahotsavam.
Tamayodhyā mahotsavam.
So utsukaha janaha abhut. All people were very utsukaha, means very eager, enthusiastic. They became very enthusiastic for what? Drashtum, to see tam ayodhyā mahotsavam, to see that Ayodhya's grand celebrations of Rāma-bhiṣekam. Prajalankara bhutam cha janasya anandavardhanam. The Ayodhya grew further with prajalankara bhutam. It seemed like decorated by people. Ayodhya seemed more decorated by people that day, because so many people were standing all over, like we see, right? People standing in balconies, people standing on the porch, coming out of the balcony further, going on the terrace, some people standing on the poles also to see our Raja coming. So same way, prajalankara bhutam cha janasya anandavardhanam. People's happiness also increased, grew. People's happiness grew. Janasyanandavardhanam utsuko bhut janaha drashtum tam ayodhyā mahotsavam. Evam tajjana sambādham.
Evam tajjana sambādham.
Rajamargam purohitaha.
Rajamargam purohitaha.
Vyuhanniva janaugham tam.
Vyuhanniva janaugham tam.
Shanai rajakulam yayau.
शनैराजकुलं ययौ.
So, evam tat jana sambadham rajamargam purohitah janaugham evam tam janaugham jana sambadham rajamargam purohitah vyuhan shanaihi rajakulam yayau. So, thus, looking at such a Ayodhya, looking at Ayodhya's highways filled with people like that, Raja Sambadham means full of traffic. Marga, we say, Sambadham is heavy traffic, bumper to bumper, is called Sambadha. So Jana Sambadha, here traffic with people, filled with people next to each other. Jana Sambadham, Rajamargam, the Rajamargas filled with people, like people traffic, full of them, rush of them. Jana Augham, Augha is groups. Jana Augha is groups of people. So with groups of people and people like heavy traffic filled highways, looking such a such a scenario or such a scene, Purohitaha, who is vaśiṣṭha here, Rajakulam Shanaihi Yayau, slowly looking at all of that, looking at all the people, slowly he went to the royal palace again. Sītā bhrashikara prakhyam.
So yayau is what form of the verb?
Shamji?
Yayau is what form of the verb?
Yati.
Yati.
Of that
yati.
lit lakara.
To go. Yeah.
No,
Yati.
went yayau.
Yayau.
Lit
Paroksha.
lakar.
It's lit lakar.
Like drish, dadarsha.
Past
Okay.
perfect. Yeah.
Gam jagama.
Jagama.
Like that, yayau. So Rajakulam yayau. Sītā bhrashikara prakhyam.
Sītā bhrashikara prakhyam.
Prasadamabhiruhya cha.
Prasadamabhirujya cha.
Samiyaya narendrena.
Samiyaya narendrena.
Shakreneva bruhaspatihi.
Chakreneva bruhaspatihi.
Valmiki likes to constantly compare Dashratha with Indra. And so vaśiṣṭha with Bruhaspatihi. Because Dashratha is like Chakravarti and Indra is king of gods. So he constantly gives the same comparison. We see it several times. So Sītā abhra shikhara prakhyam. The prasadam. So the palace, prasadam is the palace or the in fact compound of the palace or the outer circle of the palace seemed, the simile given here is Sītā abhra shikhara prakhya. Shikhara is peaks, top. Tops of abhra, Sītā abhra. Abhra is cloud. Sītā is white clouds or fog, snow clouds or something like that. Just as Himalayas peaks are always look like white clouds and white snow-based peaks, so also the prasadam of the Ayodhya of Dashratha seemed like that huge mountain, like peaks, huge peaks of a mountain. So seemed the palace of Dashratha. Such prasadam adhiruhya means standing there. Adhiruhya cha samiyaya, from there looking. Samiyaya means seeing, having a vision of the entire city from the top. Samiyaya narendrena, being seen by Narendra Dashratha from that peaks, it seemed as if Shakra, who is Indra, also was looking at the whole worlds from that top Swargaloka. while he is seeing if Brihaspati is approaching him, so seemed Vaśiṣṭha also approaching back from the Rama's quarters to report the progress of Abhisheka preparations back to Dasharatha. So that simile given is Swargaloka is on the top, Shakra from there is observing everyone, and Brihaspati is going to report things to him. So also on the peak of the palace, top high rise palace, from that balcony when Dasharatha is looking over the city, and our Vaśiṣṭha is approaching to report back to him the progress, the simile seemed the same. Tamāgatam
Tamāgatam
hitva rājāsanam nrupah
hitva rājāsanam nrupah
papracha svamatam tasmai
papracha svamatam tasmai
kritamityabivedayat.
kritamityabivedayat.
So tam agatam abhiprekshya, by looking at that Vaśiṣṭha who has just arrived. Nripaha Rajasanam hitva. Till then he was sitting on his high-rise crown. What is it? Crown? No, what is it called? Throne. Rajasanam. That Rajasanam. So from that Rajasanam he was looking, but the moment Vaśiṣṭha has arrived here, out of honor and also curiosity, hitva, he came out of, he left that Rajasanam and walked a little close to Vaśiṣṭha. And papracha, he has asked. So another form of litlakara, Shyam Pritchati, papracha, means he has asked. Papracha swamatam, what do you think? What is your opinion? How is it looking like, Vaśiṣṭha? Swamatam prapracha. Tasmai, so he has asked, Tasmai means unto Dasharatha, Kritam ityabhivedayat. Just Vaśiṣṭha just replied one word, done, sir. Kritam iti abhivedayat. He reported back saying, done, as you have ordered, I have taken care. I went to the quarters, prescribed Rama and Sītā what they should do when Kausalya, Sumitra, Lakshmana also were there. And as I was coming back, you are seeing what is going on the highways. So all of that was implied in one word, kritam, done. Done. Kritamityabivedayat. Tena chaiva tadatulyam.
Tena chaiva tadatulyam.
Sahasīnā sabhāsadah.
Sahasīnā sabhāsadah.
Asanebhyas samuttasthuh.
Asanebhyas samuttasthuh.
Pujayantah purohitam.
Pujayantah purohitam.
Tena cha eva tada tulyam. With that, with him, tena cha tada tulyam sahasīnaha sabhāsadaha asanebhyah samuttasthuh pujayantah purohitam. So all the asanebhyah means from all their seats. Samuttasthuh, they all properly or immediately have stood up, risen up. Samuttasthuh, uttastuhu. This is another litlakara. Uttishtati, uttasthuhu. Means they have stood up. They have stood up for what? Purohitam pujayantaha sahasīnaha sabhāsadaha. Sabhāsadaha. Sadaha means sadasyaha. The participants of the sabha or the members of the sabha are sabhāsadaha. All his cabinet, etc., who were with Dasharatha then. Saha asīnaha, sitting along with Dasharatha. They all Asanebhyaha samuttastuhu. From their seats, they all stood up. Pujayantaha purohitam. They were offering honor services, felicitations to Dasharatha for having initiated the preparations, Diksha preparations for the Rājyābhiṣeka to Sri Rama. Gurunatvabhyanugnātaha.
Gurunatvabhyanugnātaha.
Manujaugham visrujyatam.
Manujaugham visrujyatam.
Viveshantah puram raja.
Viveshantah puram raja.
Simho giriguhamiva.
Simho guruguhamiva.
Giriguhamiva.
Giriguhamiva.
So Gurunatu, so after he came and then everyone stood, everyone, offered their felicitations to Vaśiṣṭha. Then Guruna tu abhignātaha. By Guru, Dasharatha was ordered or he was let go. Okay, now you may leave. Everything is ready, so now you may leave. So Guruna tu abhi-anugnātaha. Tam manujaugham visrujya. Till now he was looking at and attached to that, groups of people, flocks of people. Now having left that, visrujya tam manujaugham. Antahpuram Raja Vivesha. Raja Dasharatha entered his innermost quarters, his private quarters. Viveshantah Puram Raja, and the simile given again is Simhaha Giriguham Iva. Just as a Simha would enter Giriguha. Guha is the cave. Its cave, its den in a high-rise rock mountain. Just as a lion would enter its guha, so also this lion-like king entered his antahpuram, his antahpura. Tadagriyavesha pramada janakulam. This will be a different chanda. So Tadagriyavesha pramada janakulam. Or do you want me to split it?
Split it, Bhogaji. Half.
Tadagriyavesha
pramada janakulam
Mahendra Veshma Pratimam Niveshanam Vyadipayanscharu Vivesha
Parthivaha
Shashivatara Ganasankulam
Nabha.
So as I said, for Valmiki is so fond of these similes for Dasharatha with Indra always. So Tad Agriya Vesha Pramada Janakulam. Agriya means in the front. With Pramada Janakulam, with people now not only filled the highways, they have almost come close to this palace also. Pramada is in a way people forgetting their senses, which means one falling over the other. We know, right, when there is a few many people, not stampede, but we know how close one gets to each other, and they forget their senses. They're only wanting to look the event, witness the event. So such a mood is called Pramada Janakulam. Pramada Janakulaha. So Pramada Janakulam Agriya Vesha, with them, with such a crowd coming close in front to the building. How did that look? Mahendra Veshma Pratimam Niveshanam. Mahendra Veshma, Mahendra's house, Mahendra's house. Pratimam Niveshanam. Just as Mahendra's house would be filled with gods when he is standing there, so also Dasharatha's house seemed like filled with, not house, the palace seemed like filled with people. Also, another simile given is Vyadipayat. Deepayati, Vyadipayat. And the whole palace seemed like glowing, enlightened or lightened. Vyadipayat charu, beautifully. The whole palace seemed like lighted, lightening, like glowing with lights. Charu, beautifully. Vivesha parthivaha. And the king entered that house, which was well lit with all lightings and all. Right? Even in our places, right? For marriage or for any occasion, we light the homes. Now all electrical lights. In the olden days, various other lights also. So Vyadipayat charu vivesha parthivaha. Such a house which was surrounded by people and inside filled with beautifully decorated lighting. Such a house, parthivaha vivesha. He entered such his inner antahpura. And the simile given is Shashi iva, Shashi taragana sankulam nabhaha iva. Just as moon surrounded by taragana, by groups of stars, how would that glow? Say moon glow, surrounded with so many stars. Nabhaha is sky. Just as sky filled, just as moon in the sky, surrounded with so many thousands of stars, similar lighting seemed here, both in terms of lighting and in terms of Dasharatha being Shashi there, like moon, and all the people around like stars. And that is the simile given. So Valmiki is so happy, so fond of creating this delightful event of the Rājyābhiṣeka of, yauva-rājyābhiṣekam of Sri Rama. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adikavye ayodhyā kande panchamas sargah. We'll continue. There is another half hour more. We'll continue, and this is also a smaller sarga. Shashta sarga is 27. Let's see how far we can complete. Atha shashta sargah. So vaśiṣṭha niyogat Rāma sītaya samam snānopāsana kusha samstara shayanādi niyamam jagraha. So vaśiṣṭha niyamat, vaśiṣṭha niyogat, by Rama, by Vaśiṣṭha's appointing, by Vaśiṣṭha being appointed to give all these instructions, Rama sītaya samam, along with Sītā, snāna upasana kusha samstara shayanādi niyamam jagraha. Grihitavan iti. Grahayati jagraha. This is another litlakara form, Shanji. Jagraha means he has taken up, he has received. Actually received, but in our contemporary terms, it is taken up. So he has taken up, Rama has taken up along with Sītā all these snāna, upasana, kusha samstara shayana, shayanādi niyamam, that restrictions or that what do you call that protocol or that policy, niyama. He has taken up the diksha, right? Kusha samstara, sleeping on the grass mat on the floor. Anyedhyuscha pratah prabodhitah sandhyopasanadini nivartayat brahmanascha punyaha vachanam vidadhuhu. And then in the morning, after sleeping like that in the morning, when he woke up, prabodhitaha, woken up. Rama, even though he wakes up by himself, we love to wake him up. Right? That's why we all say, Kausalya praja Rama, urva sandhya pravartate, uttishṭha narasārdūla kartavyam daivamannikam. Even though he can wake up, we wake up. Because it is our love for him to serve him right from waking him up in the morning till sleeping him with lullabies in the night. It is our love for him. So, prabodhitaha sandhyopasanadini nivartayat. He has done all his morning rituals of sandhya, upasana, etc. And then brahmanascha punyaha vachanam vidadhuhu. All the brahmanas have done punyaha vachanam. Punyaha vachanam is, I think all of us would know, right? Before most of the karyakramas, we do punyaha vachanam. Before or after also. After certain ashubha karyakramas and before all shubha karyakramas, we do punyaha vachanam, where all of them will come, they purify the karta, and punyaham iti bhavanto brvantu asks the karta, and they say punyaha, yeah, yes, you're blessed, you're blessed, you're blessed. So punyaha vachanam vidaduhu. Pauraha puram alankritya dasharatham prashamsan. All the people also have decorated the city and have praised Dasharatha, prashamsan. Ramabhisheka didrukshagata janaihi ayodhyā purnā bhavat. So Ayodhya was filled with people looking forward to Ramabhisheka. That's the summary or gist of this sargaha. Gate purohite Ramaha.
Gate purohite Ramaha.
Snato niyatamanasah.
Snato niyatamanasah.
Sahapatnya vishalakshya.
Sahapatnya vishalakshya.
Narayanam upagamat.
Narayanam upagamat.
So Gate purohite Ramaha. So now all this while the scene, the shot was in the Ayodhya palace, on the highway in Ayodhya palace. Now cut, camera is back to Rama's quarters. After vaśiṣṭha left, Purohita left, Gate purohite Ramaha niyatamanasah snataha. Rama then took bath, and niyatamanasah, he has disciplined his manas. See the beauty. I mean, this is what we have to learn from Ramayanam. Not only about kings or anybody, but we say, right, before bhojan we do bhojan mantra. Before snanam we do snana mantra. Before touching the ground we do that bhumikshamapana mantra. Before starting our study we do all these shlokas, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, etc., etc. Vinayaka Namaste, Sri Rama, Rama Rameti. That means before starting any activity, and I said this last time also, even contemporarily also, even in America and the English world also, there is this new concept coming up called make the will, which is sankalpaha, it is called. So you have to make the sankalpa before you start the work. Make your intent clear. You make your intent. Okay, I'm going to now sit and complete my homework. I'm going to now sit and attempt to write a poem. I'm going to now sit the next half hour and focus on making this drawing. For any task we do, now there is this concept of making an intent to do it, so that you prepare yourself that, okay, now next half hour, next 1 hour, next 1 day, whatever, I'm going to focus on this. So that
where is the money?
Arunji, mute.
And to say, you want to postpone your retirement for this?
So that we can focus, and the effectivity or the efficiency, optimization of the work is the highest level. So Also,
can you mute Arun Kulkarni?
आणि काही
can I?
ते या फटक्यात देऊ शकतो आपण त्याचा काही प्रॉब्लेम.
Oh, I could. Sorry, but that was a bit rude, but I had to. Yeah. So also, Rama is now, so when he's given this diksha, that means he's asked to prepare, to make an intent for himself, to focus, saying, okay, now I am taking this great responsibility of Yuva-rājya. Soon I will be the successor of Dasharatha, of my father, who has set record for 60,000 years of ruling the world like Indra has ruled, and he has helped Indra also for so long. I have to keep up all that reputation, not commit any mistake. If not, if not able to take it to the next level, at least keep it at this level. So making up all that intent is that niyatamanasaha. For that sake, snataha, taking bath, sandhya, vandanadi, vrata, niyamaha, and sleeping on the kushastara, all of that is to make one realize what he is going to do next. If somebody takes it as a party and dances, that's his sanskara. But if somebody is taking it as a great tapas, and that's why they are all called Rajarshi. Even in Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, Sri Krishna says, when Arjuna asks all this, how can you see all this? Then he says, Aham vivasvate proktavan aham avyayam vivasvan manave praha manurikshvakave bravit evam manu ikshvakave bravit ikshvaku rajarshayo viduhu anta tasmat rajarshayo viduhu evam parampara praptam yoga kale nashtah parantapa. He says, hey, I first taught it to Vivaswan, the first Manu, or son, from whom the whole creation starts. Vivaswan manave praha, Vivaswan taught it to Manu. Manu Ikshvaku, then the next big dynasty was Ikshvakus. So Manu taught it to Ikshvaku. From Ikshvakus, several other Rajarshayaha, several other Rajarshis, kingly rishis. That means, though they were kings, they were rishis. They were outwardly, they will put the crown and all of that. But inside heart of their hearts, they are rishis. Their only tapas is ruling the country well, so that there is dharma always established and earth is happy, creation is happy, which means there won't be destructions, unwanted calamities and all, right? So that is Rajarshaya. And so also here, that Rajarshi state is what Rama is contemplating for himself as Niyatamanasaha, Snataha, Saha Patnya Vishalakshiya. This is Tritiya Vibhakti of Ikarantapadam. Patni, Patnya Saha, Vishalakshi, Vishalakshiya Saha. So along with Vishalakshi Patni, that broad-eyed Sītā, along with her, Narayanam upagamat. Along with Sītā, he went to Narayana, to Vishnu, or to the god, to their mandir. Narayanam upagamat. He went to Narayana. Pragrihya shirasa patrim.
Pragrihya sirasa patrim.
Havisho vidhivat tataha.
Havisho vidhivat tataha.
Mahate daivatājyam.
Mahate daivatājyam.
Juhava jvalinānale.
Juhava jvalinānale.
Jvalitānale.
Jvalitānale.
So he went to Narayanam upagamat. He went to Narayana, and then Shirasa patrim pragrihya. So when he went, he took that patra, big patra, in which Havis Havis is offerings. Offerings to gods through Agni. Those offerings are called havis. Havishaha patrim. The patra containing the havis. Shirasa pragrihya. By holding it on his head, he went to Narayana, to the mandir. And there, vidhivat tataha, as per vidhi, means as per steps prescribed and instructed by the brahmanas and purohitas there. Vidhivat tataha mahate jvalitanale. In the anala is fire. Jvalitanale. In that mahate, there was a huge agnikunda there with continuously glowing fire and no smoke, continuous fire only. So mahate jvalitanale daivatajyam juhava. Ajyam, daivata ajyam. Ajyam is ghee, and with ghee, all this havis, daivatajyam. So to gods, he has offered the ghee and the havish in that huge, thoroughly glowing, thoroughly lighting agnikunda.
Agnikunda, yagna or yagna.
Or yagna, in the homa, yeah. So if you see, the same culture continues even now. Even now, the chief ministers and all, when they go for, any havis and all, they also carry on their head. In Telangana also we see during Batkamma and other festivals, people carry all their patras, all the prasadam, naivedyam, etc., bonalu on their head, and they walk along the streets to the temple. So it's a culture. We should all be so proud, living a culture, continuum of the culture for millions of years. Of course, evolving and modifying, but it continues. Sesham cha haviṣaṣṭhasya.
Shesham cha haviṣaṣṭhasya.
Prasya shasyatmanah priyam.
Prasya shasyatmanah priyam.
Dhyayan narayanam devam.
Dhyayan narayanam devam.
Swastirne kushasamstare.
Swastirne kushasamstare.
So Sesham cha havishaha tasya. So he has offered the havish, right? Sesham, the leftover from it, or normally from there, back from there, or whatever you offer and you take back, right? Prasadam. Sesham, the leftover from after offering all the havis to the homa, to Agni. Tasya Sesham, what that leftover or the prasadam back from it. Prasya. Prasya is having consumed it. Annaprashanam, we say, right? Ashanam means to consume, to eat. Prashanam is to eat. Prasya, having eaten the leftover havish, means having taken the prasadam. Atmanaha priyam, for himself, pleased that I'm doing everything as prescribed. Narayanam devam dhyayan, by continuously doing dhyana of Narayana Deva. Kusha samstare astirne, he has taken seat on the Kusha samstara, again with the grass mat, spread with the grass mat. There he has seated himself and doing dhyana of Narayana God. Vagyatasaha Vaidehya.
So Bhogaji, is the word havis related to Havana?
Havan, yes. The process is called Havanam, or the activity is called, or the activity, entire process is Havanam. Havihi. Havihi is the Agni. What is offered to Havihi is Havish.
Havish, okay.
So Vagyata Saha Vaidehya
Vagyata Saha Vaidehya
Bhutva Niyatamanasah
Bhutva Niyatamanasah
Srimatyayatane Vishnoho
Srimatyayatane Vishnoh
Sishye Naravaratmajah.
Shishye Naravaratmajah.
So Vagyataha Vaidehyasaha with Vakyataha. Vagyataha means continuously attempting to. Let's see, what do they say? Vagyataha. yauva-rājyābhiṣekam vastu vaidehya sahitya atrapyapya nahi chaturdasha sakala atmanaha priyamanasasya srirangashayane vaidehya sahiti ubhayorapyeka. So Vagyataha means with yataha means trying. Vagyataha means very what do you call, deliberately or willfully doing the dhyana and mantra japa also. Vagyataha Vaidehyasaha along with Vaidehi Niyatamanasah Bhutva. Again he has used the word Niyatamanasah, disciplining his mind, controlling his mind. Srimati Ayatane. Ayatanam we saw, right? Ayatanam means abode, place of. Srimati Ayatane. In the divine or in the great abode, Vishnoho, of the Vishnu. In the divine place. Huh?
Ayatanavan bhavati.
Ayatanavan bhavati. Yeah, Ayatanam Veda, Ayatanavan bhavati. Yes, one who knows it, he becomes the Ayatanavan. So also Ayatanam is the place of, abode of. So Vishnoho Srimati Ayatane, in that Vishnu's divine abode, Naravaratmajaha Sishye, the best of the son of the best of the men, that means the son of the king, that means Rama, Sishye, he sat there, or he is laid down on the Kusha Samstara. Ekayama vaśiṣṭhāyam
vaśiṣṭhāyam
Rātryam prativibudhya saha
rātryam pratibudhya saha
vibudhya saha
vibudhya saha
alankara vidhim samyak
alankara vidhim samyak
karayamasa veshmanaha.
कारयामास वेश्मनः.
So ekayam avasishta, ekayam avasishṭhāyam, ekayama in the first ayama. So in the times, what they say, ayama is a period of 3 hours, 4 hours, like that. So in the first cycle of the early morning, which means around 3 o'clock or so, let us say. So ekayam avasishṭhāyam, when almost that is left out, that means towards the end of the first that quarter, which means around 3-4 a.m., let us say. Rātryam prativibudhya, having woken up, having got up, saha alankara vidhim samyak karayamasa. He has started decorating himself. That means take bath, dry your hair, apply whatever powder, something like all of that. So samyak alankara vidhim karayamasa veshmanaha. Also of the home. Veshma is home. Veshmanaha alankara vidhim karayamasa. Not only of himself, but like let's say putting toranas for his room, etc. So Rama did all of that himself. Tatra shrunvan sukhavachah.
Tatra shrunvan
Sukhavachah Sūtamāgada bandhinām Purvam sandhyām upasino Jajapa susamāhitah. Tatra Sūtamāgada bandhinām. Bandi, they are sometimes changeable. So Sūtamāgada bandhinām, of the Sūtamāgada bandis, they are Sūtas are chariots, Māgada bandi, they are the in a way praisers, as we see, but they are praising to remind them, constantly keep them conscious of this is the great lineage that you came from. This is the great valorous lineage that you came from, which means you all better live up to it. So to constantly remind that is this Sūtamāgada and Vandis. But to us it seems like they keep praising, oh, Raja, Dhiraja, Dhira, Martana, the Kula, Sheka, whatever, so on, say the praise, right? It seems like ordinary praises for us, but the intent is to constantly remind them that this is where you came from. This is what you're supposed to be. You better be it. So, Sūtamāgada vandinām vācaha sukhaha shrunvan. By listening to it, by listening to all the praises and the reminders that these Sūtamāgada vandis are doing, shrunvan, by listening to it, continuous tense. Purvam sandhyam upasinaha, by sitting towards the east, Purvam sandhyam, the early morning sandhyam, upasinaha, he has completed his morning sandhyavandana. And jajapa, he also completed his japa, Gayatri Mantra japa, 108 times or 1000 times. He has completed that japam also. Shamji again, jajapa, means japam kritavan. Susamāhitaha, having invoked all the divine spirits into him. Susamāhitaha, tushtava pranatascaiva.
Tushtava pranatascaiva.
Shirasa madhusudanam.
Sirasa madhusudanam.
Vimalakṣauma samvito.
Vimalakṣauma samvito.
Vācayāmasa sadvijan.
Vācayāmasa sadvijan.
So, Susamāhitaha, by completing his Sandhyavandanam, Japam, Avahanam, Samāhitaha means one who has become that, having become a divine person himself. Madhusudanam Shirasa Pranataha Cha Tushtava. That Narayana, he has pleased Tushtava means Tosham, Santosham Kratavan. He has pleased Narayana, Madhusudana, by doing all these activities, all these Sandhyavandanam, Japa, Upasanam, and Havihi, all of that. With all of these activities, he has pleased Madhusudana, Shirasa Pranataha, and then with head, he has done Pranamaha. Vimalakṣauma samvitaha. Vācayāmasa sadvijan. Vimalakṣauma samvitaha. dressed, essentially dressed with. Vimalakṣauma. He is being dressed, properly dressed and gotten ready. Vācayāmāsa sadvijan. Then he has asked all these dvijas, all the twice borns. That means who are educated in ordinary terms. But as the term as we have to take, it is otherwise called Brahmanas, right? So Dvijan Vācayāmāsa. He has made them chant. What was that? Let's see. That is what Punyaha Vachanam we said, right? Vācayāmāsa sadvijan. Tesham punyaha ghoshoth.
Tesham punyaha ghoshoth.
Gambhira madhurastatha.
Gambhira madhurastatha.
Ayodhyam purayamasa.
Ayodhyam purayamasa.
Turya ghoshanu naditaha.
Turya ghoshanu naditaha.
So Tesham punyaha ghoshaha. Punyaha. Iti ghosha. With hundreds of thousands of dvijaha doing the punyaha vachanam. With that reverberating echo, Gambhiraha Madhuraha. Punyaha, when they chant it in that swara, in that shruti, it sounds Madhura and Gambhira also. With that ghosha, Ayodhyā, that has filled Ayodhyā. Purayamasa Ayodhyam. Turya ghoshanunaditaha. Turya ghosha. Turya is the fourth stara we say, which means there are three swaras. Udatta, Swarita, Anudatta, Udatta. And Turya is the fourth ghosha, which is like Omkara. So at that, it filled Ayodhya with the Turya ghosha, Anunaditaha. While they are chanting, it has filled it such that it was as if echoing, following, Anunada, Nada, Anunada, Anunaditaha. Krutopavāsam tu tada.
Krutopavāsam tu tada.
Vaidehya saharaghavam.
Vaidehya saharaghavam.
Ayodhyā nilayah shrutva.
Ayodhyā nilayah shrutva.
Sarvah pramudito janah.
Sarvah pramudito janah.
Vaidehya saha krutopavāsam raghavam. Tada pramuditaha janaha ayodhya nilayaha sarvaha shrutva. All the people, then they have announced, oh, Rama completed his upavāsa. Probably there was an announcement, live TV cast has mentioned that. So tad shrutva, having heard that, who pramuditaha janaha, very delighted, happy people. Ayodhya nilayaha. The whole Ayodhya now became a nilaya of people. Ayodhya became a residence of people. Ayodhya nilayaha pramuditaha janaha sarvaha shrutva. All of them having heard that. Having heard what? Vaidehya saha krutopavāsam raghavam. Having heard that, oh, he has done, along with Sītā, he has done upavāsa. Tatah paura jana sarvaha. Tatah paura jana sarvaha.
Tatah paura jana sarvaha.
Shrutva rāmābhiṣekanam.
Shrutva rāmābhiṣekanam.
Prabhātam rajanim drishtva.
Prabhātam rajani sītā.
Drishtva. Chakre shobhayitum purim.
Chakre shobhayitum purim.
Again, sort of one more shot of people trying to decorate things, making things ready for the celebration. Another shot is brought here as a U-cut. In editing, There is a U cut, L cut, J cut, they say. Anyway, so this is a U cut. While the other main track is going on, you show another small bit in between. So that's this small in between where he's trying to show that people are getting ready, having heard that, okay, Rama is ready for Abhisheka. So Prabhatam Rajanim, in the morning after the night, Shobhayitu Purim Shobhayitum Chakre, they started to bring beauty to the city. Shobhanam, Shobhayitum Purim Chakre. Sītā Shikarabheshu Devatayatanēshu cha Chatushpatheshu Rathyasu Chaityeshvattalakeshu cha Nana Panya Samruddheshu Vanijamapaneshu cha Kutumbinam Samruddheshu Shrimatsu Bhavaneshu cha Sabhasu chaiva sarvasu Vruksheshvalakshiteshu cha Dvaja samruchrita sadhu Patakanscha bhavanstatha. So this is again another, as I said, U cut, right? In this U cut, he's showing how they are decorating the city. Sītā Shikarabheshu. Abha is light. Shikarabha, the light from the top towers. Sītā from the top white towers, not from, in the top white towers. Devatayatanēshu cha, Devata ayatanam, Devalayam. So in the temples, also on the tops. Chatushpatheshu cha, at the junctions, at the intersections. Rathyasu, in the highways where chariots go, means big cars go. Chaityeshu is 4-lane roads. Chaityeshu, Attalakeshu cha. Attalaka is on the streets, let's say on the streets also. Nana Panya Samruddheshu. Apani, we say right in Sanskritam, if you have come in Sanskrit Bharati, we teach Apanam, Vipani. So Apani is markets. Nana Paneshu cha, in the general markets, in multiple markets, right? Nana Paneshu, Nana Panya Samruddheshu, in all those densely populated markets. Vanijam Apaneshu cha, in the merchant shops also. Kutumbinam Samruddheshu, in places where there are apartments, where there is multi-family homes. Kutumbinam Samruddheshu. Srimatsu Bhavaneshu cha, also in the well-off villas, like in our, here on our, what is that road? Old Mathis Road. There is one street where the richest homes are there. Just maybe 10 homes, that's all. The whole street has at the most 10 homes, I think. Huge estates with their own paths going in. So these are Srimat Bhavana. So Srimatsu Bhavaneshu, even in those rich palaces, homes, Sabhasu Chaiva Sarvasu, in all the offices also. Vruksheshu, on the trees. Alakshiteshu cha, whichever are the prominently visible trees. Alakshiteshu vruksheshu cha. Samuchritaha dhvajaha, very high, tall hanging flags. Patakas cha, patakas are this small triangle kind of pataka we do, right? Paper flags, or those are pataka. Patakascha abhavan tada. All of these decorations they have done in all the places along the city. It's 8:35. We can stop at the 13th shloka. Can anyone say Mangal Shloka Shanti Mantra?
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Paschyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste everyone.
Namaste, dhanyavada. So that's how the decoration of